Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we're going to talk about the week. There's a lot of news, a lot of rumors, a lot of everything that I don't know, just isn't working out the way that people had intended it to. So I'm going to go ahead and start this off with Abandon. I haven't yet drawn a conclusion to decide if this is a to really even make any kind of decision on it yet. I know that it's been pretty freaking rocky for this game so far. I don't know. I don't know. I downloaded the 5 gigabyte thing. I watched the 5-second little trailer, and I don't know. I don't know. Hey, what's up, Emery? How you doing? I don't know. I'm kind of feeling a little not exactly let down with this abandoned thing, but more along the lines of like, do I even care type deal? That's kind of how I'm feeling about it. Like I don't. I've read the description of what the game is, and it basically sounds like a B movie version of Far Cry 5. Like I don't know, man. That's just what it kind of sounds like to me. It looks like it's going to have some interesting styled visuals. So I don't know. I might pick it up, but I'm not paying no $70 for it. That's for sure. If Hideo Kojima is involved in this, I don't know. I mean, it just doesn't sound like something that he would be involved in. I just don't feel like he's that. I don't feel like he would set himself up for failure as many times as this abandoned thing has happened so far. So yeah, I mean, if he turns out to be part of it, then I don't know, man. Maybe things are falling apart. You know, I mean, the COVID thing, has definitely affected Japan. So I don't know. I'm going to reserve judgment for Abandon until I see a lot more and until there's a confirmed release date for this game, because according to this company's track record, they haven't seen really anything yet for this. Hey, Darkest here. How you doing, guys? Yeah, I don't think Amory. Is it Amory? Yeah, I don't feel like Kojima would put it. I just don't feel like he would set himself up for failure like this. To tell you the truth, to be completely honest, I don't think he would set himself up for failure. Next on the thing, this is actually my my 6th month with the PlayStation 5. Yep, it's official. It's been 6 months. I'm still in the beta program. Sony hasn't really even promoted Abandon. Yeah, exactly. They haven't promoted anything about it. Hey, Sev, how you doing, man? Yeah. So I don't feel like Abandon is necessarily going to be any kind of like a. I don't know, man. Everything just seems too fishy with this game. Just everything seems a little bit fishy with it. It doesn't seem like a. I don't know, because I'll tell you guys what, dude. I am not gonna download a freaking 5 gigabyte app for every single upcoming game. So either this game is something special or it's nothing at all. And I don't understand why we're downloading an app to get freaking trailers and stuff for the next, however long it takes them to put this out. Mush, how's it going, my friend? Grandpa Frog. Oh gosh. Bandit needs to be looked at as a game with or without Kojima involved. Exactly. Sony didn't let me in the beta. Yeah, that sucks, man. I'm pretty sure. You know what, Darkest Hero? This beta's been pretty. It's been pretty stable, so I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure they're gonna launch this thing pretty soon. I'm thinking they're gonna have this either by the end of this month or beginning of next month. But it seems pretty stable so far. Everything I've downloaded things on it. I've been playing it a lot more. I really have been trying to put in some time to really test this beta, so that they can get all the feedback they can. I have been on my PlayStation 5 a lot more this past week than I've been on it the whole 6 months I've had it. So, I mean, that's pretty good. If you're trying to make me jealous, it's working. Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty stable. So I'm pretty sure they're going to get it out pretty soon. I would figure within at least the next month. Like this thing's pretty stable. Sony hasn't impressed me much this generation to the point I sold my PS5 and haven't looked back yet. Yeah, dude, honestly, every day I'm not impressed with the PlayStation 5 by any means. I'm starting to kind of waver on Xbox too, like lately, I not waver, but I'm just kind of I think it's just a selection of games I've had lately, like I'm just like I'm to the point where like my video game anxiety is kicking in a lot more lately. I'll sit down and I want to play something, and then I'll turn it on and I'll play it for a couple minutes, and then I'll just be like, no, I don't really want to play this right now. And then I'll jump on something else, and then I'm wasting lots of hours just flipping through these games and stuff. And I don't know. I guess you could say I'm disappointed. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have the same problem with Ghost of Tsushima. I paid for the upgrade. I'll probably turn it on. I'll play it for 10 minutes, and then I'll be like, yeah, I'm just not going to play it right now. I realize PlayStation gets better at a later end of the generation, but I don't think this year will be. That's the way it's been with PlayStation every freaking generation, Sev. They have always been far better toward the end of the generation, and it's always crap at the beginning of the generation, and everybody still defends them, and everybody still buys them, and everybody still freaking holds PlayStation up on a freaking pedestal. And that's just the thing, dude. I really do not want to wait 3 freaking years to finally get a worthwhile PlayStation 5 game that actually is worth the damn. And that's just the way it is. That's the way it's going to be, Gaming is very dry at the moment. I went back to Destiny 2. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're getting all these freaking games with Game Pass and stuff. And, I'm not going to lie. A lot of them have been kind of, just like, whatever, But, I mean, Hades is pretty cool. I did play that for a little while today. I do like the feel of it. Like it feels great. Like I'm really enjoying this Hades game, but it's probably going to end up being like Death's Door, man. Like I'm going to play it, but dude, I'm going to have to be in a mood to play this. And like, I don't know. Like I'm feeling a little let down in terms of, like other games, because I like Microsoft Flight Simulator. I love playing that. And I've been spending too much time on Microsoft Flight Simulator and not enough time playing anything else, guys. Me too, Sev. I was brought up. I bought it. I have never opened it. I didn't plan on selling, decided on keeping Xbox instead. So glad I did. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to sell my PlayStation. Like I'm keeping it, but with Xbox and Game Pass, I get anxiety, but not because there's nothing to play, but because and that's where I'm freaking kind of at, Sev. Like there's just so much on there to play that I'm just like, gosh, dang, man. Shill Station 5. I'll wait for the Slim and God of War. Yeah. I just feel like I'm not getting my money's worth with the PS5. Yeah, dude, I don't feel like Ratchet and Clank was freaking 10 hours. 10 hours, man. It's so frustrating, they want us to pay the $70 for these games. Like it is what it is. I mean, if they keep making, those single player experiences that I like, like I don't mind the extra $10 to the point where I mean, it's not going to break the freaking bank, dude. It's not going to push me to the point of freaking poverty to pay an extra $10 for a game. I mean, if it's a good game, I don't have any problem paying that. Ratchet and Clank, like it was good, but I don't necessarily think it was worth the $70. Actually, I bought the deluxe edition, so it was like 90 something dollars, dude. $90 for 10 hours. And I have no desire to go back and play that game again. Like I don't. I've turned it on a couple times and it just feels lackluster now. After beating it and then going back and like trying to play it, I don't want to go run around and collect the stupid stuff. I don't want to platinum that game. Like there's no reason for me to want to platinum that game. Like I don't even platinum half the games I play. I mean, Assassin's Creed, at least I have the Assassin's Creed DLC to play this weekend. That should keep me busy, for like 10 to 15 hours or whatever. So, at least I'll have that. I've got Hades. Anybody else download Art of Rally? I downloaded it. It will not even let me into the game. I select my avatar, and then it just keeps staying on that stupid screen. I've deleted it and reloaded it a couple of times. I don't know. I don't know how to get that game to work. So, We have Psychonauts 2 coming soon and Halo Infinite. We have Flight Simulator. Yeah, dude, I'm pretty sure, honestly, guys, to tell you the truth, I'm pretty sure that we're going to get a release date for Halo on the 25th, man. I'm pretty sure we're going to have that. Psychonauts 2, yeah, Halo Infinite. I'm definitely happy for those. I don't know, guys. I guess I'm just getting that end of summer blues where we're like nothing like everybody's waiting until the holiday season to start putting their games out, and then we get like interesting ones. Skyrim again, yeah. I don't think Returnal should be Game of the Year nominee. No, I don't think it should be. I don't even think it should have been released. To tell you the truth, they probably should have just waited on that. I sold the PS5 for $1,000. I paid for my Xbox Series X. I used the money I have to shield station and bought me a LG OLED. Yeah. So far, the Doom remake. Yeah, I'm not saying that I'm not happy, guys. I'm just saying that like most of those games, Cabbage, I've played them. I've already beat them, and I'm like that, dude. I don't really normally go back to games and play through them a second time. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I like to kind of just move to new experiences. I don't know, like new experiences keep me going. I can certainly say you will hear something in late August or early mid. Yeah, like Flight Sim, dude. I could play that for hours and be okay. Like I can, and I'm probably will. Sorry, I'm late here. As a PC gamer, I am planning to buy first console, not including Switch. So everyone is saying Xbox is no brainer. What do you think? Xbox. So if you like RPGs, yeah, definitely get an Xbox because they own Bethesda now. They own Obsidian. I don't see. I mean, if you're into RPGs, yeah, definitely get an Xbox. It makes sense. If you're into single player games, I mean, right now there's just really nothing on PlayStation to. Neither console at this point has a system seller, and I don't necessarily see PlayStation having one this year. Xbox is going to have Halo, and yeah, I would probably go with Xbox if you need it this year. That's probably where my money would be. Do you know that Abandon is releasing in Q4? Yeah, sure it is, man. They can't even get a good trailer out for this game, man. Unless Hideo Kojima or something, and this is going to turn out to be some like weird game that they're going to announce. Like, I don't know. Like, what if this Abandon thing is actually like Sony's State of Play and they're just and they're just disguising it behind this, and it's going to be like this big old thing here on the 19th or something? That would be interesting. I'm a PC gamer, bought a Series S, have a powerful system. Yeah. Honestly, if you have a banging PC, I'd actually buy a PS5. That's true too, man. If you got a good PC, then you can basically play everything that's on Xbox on that. Cloud saves are amazing, and saves will transfer from your console to PC without any issue. Yeah, that's definitely a good thing. Sony never lies to us, Ahmad. We know that. They believe in generations and new experiences, but all the new experiences are basically the same thing. I mean, you can load faster in Ratchet and Clank. How to get used to controller is... I do like my Elite 2. I think it's an amazing controller, but I don't know, man. If you're a heavy gamer on that controller... I don't know, man. Honestly, I've been gaming exclusively lately on the Xbox Series X controller, the red one, and dude, I'm pretty happy with it. Like, it feels pretty good. Like, it feels almost as good as my Elite Series 2, to tell you the truth. I'm pretty satisfied with that controller, to tell you the truth, man. It feels good. The sticks have just the right amount of tension, the same tension I put on my Elite. So yeah, dude, I think the basic controller that comes with the Xbox is not bad. It's actually pretty good, man. It won me over, dude. I like the way it feels. It's just heavy enough. It feels kind of premium in your hands. Like, dude, I'm happy with it. Like, I am. This abandoned thing has wasted much of our time. Now they expect us to keep the app on our console and wait for. Yeah, exactly, dude. Like, wait for stupid trailers. I will tell you that trailer that they showed, the 5 seconds, the visuals do look pretty okay. Like, I'm kind of interested in that. Like, it doesn't look terrible. PlayStation needs other attractions than just exclusive. Yeah. I think PlayStation, with it being such a closed off experience, such a closed off ecosystem, I think they needed to broaden their horizons, with a lot more. They need to fully embrace like a multiplayer thing. They need to start shipping every game they ship with a multiplayer experience. I do like my Elite controller, Cabbage, but putting it up against that $60 Xbox One controller, dude, like, I don't know, man. Like, you could be happy with either one. I think either one of them are just fine now. At least PSVR 2 is coming. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to buy a PSVR 2. Like, that's a given. As soon as they put out the pre-orders for that, I'm going to buy one. After seeing Game Pass on console versus PC, Game Pass is different. It offers much more on the console than we get on PC. Yeah. But there's also games on PC that you can't get on the console on Game Pass. Either way, Game Pass is a good value. It gives you like real problems, man. Oh my gosh, like what do I play? Xbox has no games. Well, clearly they've got more games than I have time to play. That's for sure. Some of them I don't know. PSV, eat your heart out. You already, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, granted, that's probably true. The PSVR 2 is going to be a lot lackluster to when it comes to higher end PC stuff. But I mean, I'm still going to buy one. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, dude. This PlayStation 5 is actually holding up pretty good. I mean, in terms of like staying up with the Xbox, but at the same time, Xbox is killing it with diversity, bro. They're killing it, man. We're getting some pretty decent looking games that are coming out with some pretty damn good performance. Like, I'm happy with that. That's probably one of the things I'm more excited about this generation is 60 frames a second, support for 120 frames, and now that I got this OLED, dude, yeah. Dude, this freaking TV is pretty dang good, man. Like, I mean, I don't deny that LG C1 or C10 is probably like the best bang for your buck when it comes to OLED, but this Vizio is not freaking bad, guys. Like, I'm telling you, it's not a bad TV at all. But they won't be doing that, and we know that. Oh yeah, no way they're gonna. Yeah. Yeah, Microsoft is definitely gaining a lot of traction this generation. It is going to be a lot closer to the 360 generation than anything. I think out of all the Xboxes, like the 360 generation was probably my favorite time with the Xbox. I played games like Sacred 2 on it, Castlevanias, that one game, Juice 2. I mean, there were some fun experiences on there. Midnight Club, like a lot of games that I played on that I didn't play on the PlayStation. Like during that generation, I had like a 360 in the front room, and then I had my PlayStation downstairs. PlayStation is basically where I would spend all my time because my kids like to play the Xbox. So I did buy some games and play them on there, but just I didn't do every Microsoft first party exclusive like I have been lately now. Buying the Series S, but I have a PC with RTA. Yeah. Stalker 2 is using Unreal 5. Yeah. I saw that. I did see that. What about this Grand Theft Auto what the heck was it? Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and the other one, San Andreas, all getting a remaster, dude. I don't know about that. I would much rather have a dude if they're gonna like redo it to where it looks if the games look more closer to like the last entry, then it might be worth it. But if they're just simply doing like those old PlayStation 2 graphics upscaled, dude, I don't want that. Like I'm not gonna pay for that. Fable, yeah, TLC, it's best Xbox game if you ask me. Yeah, exactly. And Fable's coming back this generation. Yeah, man. I feel like if you're on the fence about an Xbox, man, like they are definitely going to be the RPG console again, like they were on the 360. So I would definitely if I was in a store right now and there was an Xbox Series X and a PlayStation 5 sitting on the shelf and I only had enough money to buy one of them, I would definitely go with the Xbox first. Knowing what I know right now, I would pick the Xbox over the PlayStation 5 and I would not be left wanting at all. Honestly, like I would not be left wanting. But I did own this. Yeah, the Sega Dreamcast. I had an original Xbox. Dude, those Fable games when they came out, like those were like one of the first games I got on the Xbox, the original Xbox, because I didn't buy Halo. I got Fable and I got Brute Force and I got Tao Fang and like a Forza game, and then like some other stuff. You know, I think I had like Blink's Time Sweeper or whatever. Yeah, I mean, I just bought a few game. You're all fake neutrals. Quit calling me a neutral. I'm a freaking Xbot. 360 must have been way better than I remember because I keep saying Sony's gamers saying new Xbox games are looking like. Yeah, that's insane, dude. Xbox 360 was actually not a bad console, to tell you the truth. PlayStation with Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, I mean, I owned the PlayStation 1. I've had basically I've had every PlayStation console. I've had every Xbox console. I've had every Nintendo console, and I have had every Sega console from Sega Genesis forward. And I've had a Jaguar, the Atari Jaguar. Wait till Jeff comes. Oh, yeah. He'll be here. He's probably already here. He's just lying low, waiting. I actually don't mind Jeff. Like Jeff's pretty cool, guys. Like I know he loves his PlayStation, and that's fine, dude. He can love his PlayStation all he wants. Like we all have our tastes, man. It's just I'm getting old enough to where it's like stupid shit just doesn't impress me as much as it used to, and that's kind of freaking messed up. Like a big thing for me, like right when I turn on game is visuals. Like I'm not even gonna lie, dude. I'm that shallow. Like visuals are a major thing to me. If the game looks like crap, then chances are I'm not gonna play it for longer than 5-10 minutes, and that sucks sometimes. Here's a Death Eater, and I can't see. He's a Death Eater, and I can't see the wood from the trees. When we see your first dislike, we'll know he's here. I'm actually saying good things about PlayStation tonight, so he might not dislike it. No, oh gosh. Xbox 360, PS3 gen got me back into gaming. The achievements has been so satisfying, dude. I've never been an achievement kind of guy, dude. I don't care about them. Like when they pop, I'm like, like I don't care. Like I'm mostly into games for like the story and for my racing, man. It's not the fact that he loves its PlayStation, the fact that he thinks his opinions are not subjective, but an objective fact that, yeah, I know. But I remember playing Mass Effect for the first time. Guys, I honestly didn't even play Mass Effect till I bought this. Well, I played Andromeda. I did not ever play the original ones. I was more into the Dragon Age games. I've never really, honestly, guys, I've never really been that into space stuff. I've always been more into like that medieval type stuff and dragons and like fantasy and stuff like that. So when it comes, like I'm trying to get into the spaceship things to like space games and stuff like that. And Andromeda was pretty freaking cool. Like I really like that, and I am slowly playing the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. So what is the worst looking game you loved? Oh, what is the worst looking game I loved recently? um, gosh dang, probably Ascent. To tell you the truth, like I like the world visuals look pretty dang good, but the characters, man, like ooh gosh, they are ugly. The sound with headphones is just a little extra that adds to the experience. Yeah, I'm a graphics whore, man. I like to see pretty visuals that like blow me away, and like big open worlds that look good. Like anything like medieval, like that makes me so happy. Like like Chivalry 2, I freaking love the way that game looks, man. You enjoyed Bug Snacks? Guacamelee is probably the worst looking game I loved. Yeah. Also, he points to false narrative, calling me a fake neutral. And when I told you guys many times I have a bias and it's PC. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think the Ascent looks bad by any means. Like the world, it's just the character design, dude. I wish the characters looked better. You know what I mean? Like I mean, I wish the characters looked as good as the world does. You know what I mean? Like the world looks freaking amazing, so much freaking detail, but then the characters just like, eh. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of it kind of breaks the immersion. You know? Did you ever play that Wolverine? Oh no, I did not ever play Wolverine. Sorry, and there's more to come to that. Stay tuned. Let me see. According to PS, I mean, like I like Xbox, so clearly I'm an Xbot. So, I did not. Yeah, guys, I didn't play the Wolverine game on 360. Oh, on the Chivalry 2, the cross. Yeah, I'm pretty sure PlayStation's gonna be like, no, we can't do that. If people start playing on, yeah, that really sucks, man. The PlayStation's trying to hold back on this crossplay thing. Xbox puts out constant content and news, big or small, while communicating with the community. Yeah, I completely agree with that. I don't like the way Sony's doing this Xbox Frog, aka Gramps. Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't think any developer should have to pay PlayStation for crossplay. I mean, that's just stupid. I mean, PlayStation already makes us pay for cloud saves, dude. But I mean, I guess I could see why. You know, Xbox has got data farms, and Sony's got like probably Pentium 3s in their basement to store all that data on. Oh gosh, yeah, they're probably got some outdated stuff. Dude, Sony used to be like a top quality electron. Dude, they used to be on their game, man. Like I don't understand what the hell happened to Sony. To tell you the truth, doesn't want their fan realizing that we get 99% of the games they do. Yeah. What? I didn't know that. Exactly. Huh? No, I haven't seen that delusional grandeur. I never said who, and somehow everyone always know. That's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. What's up, Azen? How you doing back, man? Sony needs to be destroyed by the community for all this silence. They won't even tell us themselves. Yeah, well, I mean, that's why they leaked it early so that we could so that when they do come out and say it, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's fine. Take your time, make it the best game. We don't want another Cyberpunk." Yeah, I don't know. Oh, Xbox always in the conversation lately. Sony isn't the same as it used to. Yeah. It's like they're trading places. Yeah, they are. They definitely are. I don't know if they're necessarily trading places because PlayStation's basically being what PlayStation's been. They're just being more cagey and more quiet about what's coming. Whereas Xbox is just always out there, like talking, saying something, doing something. Their PR this generation is definitely killing it. Whereas you can tell Xbox is having fun and their heads are big because Microsoft fully supports them. So they're just like out there, completely like overjoyed and happy, and like making things happen. And PlayStation is just kind of like, I don't know. I feel like they're playing catch up, man. Like, yeah, PlayStation is definitely going to regret taking a quiet stance this generation, especially this early on. Man, they should have been full bore this generation. I mean, they could have made Xbox look so freaking incompetent, but they didn't, man. They put out all these lackluster games that made people pay more money for them, charging them extra for free for upgrades. Yeah, dude, PlayStation is just not doing. Sony won't be. Yeah, they're not going to be at Gamescom. It's how indoctrinated their fans are. Yeah. Yeah, getting excited about a cat game. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude, I've seen a lot of people saying, well, it's a PC game, man. It came out a year ago. And I'm like, dude, you guys are hyping up a freaking cat game. A cat sim. Like, you're hyping up a cat game and you're completely ignoring the fact that you can fly your plane anywhere on the planet and it looks pretty freaking good, man. Like, it looks realistic. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, Sony, dude, when Sean Layden was doing it, man, and all the other guys, it was way better. It was PlayStation was way better. Like, this whole freaking we're gonna try to be Apple PlayStation, like, it doesn't sit well with them. Like, it doesn't sit well with me because PlayStation used to be at that level of pinnacle of like building electronics and stuff. They're just not no more. Like, that was the 80s and 90s, man. They're not. It's not them anymore. Yeah, dude, if they brought Sean Layden back, what's the Bambi sim? When are we getting a Bambi sim? Hey, game, how's it going, my friend? I'm doing pretty good. It's just been an interesting week, man. I'm gonna spend a lot of time playing some video games this weekend. I took my wife to Teppanyaki last night. Had some fun there. That was pretty cool. I like I like that you go and sit there at the table and they make your food, around the, like the little fire table and stuff. Like, it's pretty cool, man. I thought that was pretty cool. We've been before, but last night was even better because we didn't have the kids with us and it was, we were just hanging out. What's up, Balbina? How you doing, my friend? Yeah, like, it was pretty cool, man. We don't necessarily have a whole bunch of like really cool restaurants here. Maybe we do. I just haven't been to them yet. But yeah, I'm definitely a granddaddy. Yep, Grand Junior is here, and that's what I'm calling him, is Grand Junior. Grand Junior, boy. Way to the Woods is a deer sim. Is it really? That's true. How do you downplay a flight simulator and hype? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't get it either. Drew, cool to see you doing your thing. Hey, what's up, Bo? Yeah, dude, it's pretty fun being a grandpa, man. It looks pretty cool. Look it up. It looks pretty nice graphically. A deer simulator? Are you freaking kidding me, man? I will have to look it up. Is it already out? Maybe is it on Game Pass? Is that a better? It's probably on Game Pass. There's a restaurant near where I live, and I have been to Michelin star places that are crap compared to this place. It's amazing. Yeah, dude, my favorite restaurant that I go to once a week is like this little place, a little Chinese restaurant called Wok Land, dude. I love their Mandarin chicken, dude. So I usually go get it about once a week. It's pretty good, man. I've been doing that for a while. No, not released yet. It's an indie. Yeah, that sounds pretty freaking. I don't know, man. What's it called again? Let me see what the name was. Let's go. Okay, Way to the Woods. You know what? I think I have seen this. Way to the Woods. It's a Vigi game. Dang it, Bobby. Oh, okay, yeah, I did see this. Uh, I mean, it looks all right. I don't know if I'm necessarily into that visual style, but yeah, the lawnmower sim. I did see that. I did see that, dude. I'm gonna have to get that. Junior, this is how you mow a lawn. Now go do it in real life. It's a multi-plat, but has Xbox marketing. I did see it. I did see that game. It just the visual style was probably what like kind of threw me off to it. Has anyone played the survival game on Game Pass? Which one? There's a lot of survival games on there. There's Conan. We need SSD install sim. Oh gosh. Yeah, I know, huh? An SSD install, but it's like a PlayStation console, and you're sitting there like car mechanic simulator or whatever. Oh man, it's kind of cartoony. I forgot the name. Oh yeah, I have a hard time playing like cartoony games. Like the best one I've played lately is Scarlet Nexus. It's kind of cartoony. Have you played? No, I don't think I'm gonna even download that beta, guys. I don't know. I was thinking about it. Somebody asked me to play it with them this weekend, and like I'm already pretty booked this weekend with other games that I need to get down and play, and I wanted to do some sim racing this weekend too. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like I'm really over zombies. Like I really am. The only zombie game that I've seen lately that I possibly want to play is the zombie thing that's coming to um gosh dang it, what's that freaking game? Oh, Watch Dogs Legion. As soon as they bring that, I kind of am interested in trying to play that. It was actually really fun, a little glitchy, but I had a blast last night. Oh, okay, yeah. Amazonic, what's up, my friend? It ain't that good, anyways. Yeah, I don't. It's called The Long Dark. No, I did not try that. World War Z, yeah, World War Z. I have that. Like, I like that game. That's pretty cool. I did play that a lot when it first came out. Me and my friends would sit there and play that one, that World War Z. That one was pretty good. They just added some more content to that too, and I think they gave it a. Is it next gen upgraded yet? I think they were talking about doing a next gen upgrade for that. Dying Light 2. I probably will pick that one up. Like Dying Light 2 is probably something that I'm going to cover on this channel a little bit. I don't know. Like my reviews don't even do that good, so I just don't even know about. I mean, I'm going to keep trying to do them, but only on games that I really, really want to play. There's an upcoming indie game about a murderous Roomba. Murderous Roomba. Only on Xbox, right? No, I'm just joking. I like Game Pass for that reason, because we can get more creative stuff now that we do have Game Pass. If you like the whole survival thing, The Long Dark is pretty cool. I hadn't really played anything like it before, but I enjoyed it. What are your 3 most anticipated games? My 3 most anticipated games are probably Riders Republic, Forza Horizon 5, and like right now, possibly freaking Halo Infinite if the story's good. Like I'm excited. I'm pretty excited for this Death Stranding PS5 version. I'm actually pretty good with that. World War Z are releasing a new DLC that includes 4K 60. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, so I'm really excited for Riders Republic, Forza Horizon 5, and Halo Infinite are probably the three most anticipated games for this year. I don't really care about Call of Duty. Battlefield, if Battlefield was launching with a campaign, like a single player campaign, that would definitely replace Halo Infinite for me. Yeah, dude, there's just so many freaking games that are coming out this year that, yeah. Those are my most three this year, but then next year we're gonna have like Elden Ring and like everything else. Like, I don't know, not even God of War. I was skeptical of Back 4 Blood, not even God of War. Well, God of War's not coming out this year. If God of War was coming out this year, then yeah, definitely it would be in that. So that's gonna be like a next year thing. Oh, it can be next year. God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Gran Turismo 7. I don't know if I'm more excited for Gran Turismo 7 than I am Forza Horizon 5, though. So Forza Horizon 5 would still probably beat out Gran Turismo 7. If we're encompassing those two games, like God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn, then yeah, those are definitely pretty high on my end. Those are the two reasons I bought my PlayStation 5 this year, is because I was like, I want to play those. So yeah, those are definitely in my like, let's say top 6, because the games that we are getting from Xbox this year, and those, yeah. I'm more excited for the new Forza, not Forza Horizon, like the new one. Yeah, the new Forza. If I'm hoping we get that next year, but the new Forza, the way I'm really happy for that. I can't wait for God of War. $70 is like $100 over here. Yeah. Yeah, that new God of War, man, I'm gonna buy that day one. I like the fact that God of War kind of grew up with me, so I have no issues buying that new God of War. For $70, I'd probably buy the deluxe. Motorsport is going to be amazing. I really hope that they just do Motorsport Darkest Hero and then grow that game throughout the rest of the generation. Like, I understand they want to make money with it and everything, but if you really look back on all the last Forzas that we got last generation, them coming out with a new one every other year, I would much rather just have the one game and have it grow, to tell you the truth. I don't want to have 3 separate Forza games downloaded on my Xbox when I can just have one, you know? That's the way I want Forza and Gran Turismo to go. Like, I want them to be one game per generation, per console, and then, you know, the filler stuff like the Forza Horizon 5 and 6 and stuff like that. Yeah, I definitely want those to be every other year. But when it comes to like my sim racing, track racing experiences like Forza Motorsport and Gran Turismo, I don't need a new game every other year. I don't. I need one game for the generation that gets updated and is going to be good. What genre of games do you want to see more in the future? Oh, wait, can you play God of War 1, 2, and 3 on PS5? I do not. I know you can 3, but you cannot play 1 and 2 that I know of. Psychonauts 2 and Elden Ring, yeah. Can you? I know you can play 3 because I have 3 on PlayStation 4 and I can play it on my PS5. What genre of games do you want to see more? I want to see a lot more RPGs, open world RPGs that are like hybrid MMO type deal. I don't want them to necessarily be MMO. I want them to be like kind of like a hybrid. Feels like FIFA game. Yeah, I don't want. Dude, I the sports games, I'm just gonna start waiting for them to go on to Game Pass. I have no desire to buy them. I don't play them enough to where I need a new one of those every year. Yeah, I heard that's the plan for this one to be a long term. Yeah, I hope they do. I think that would be more cost effective, and the game could grow in a better manner, because we have Codemasters that pumps out racing games. We have Assetto Corsa. Assetto Corsa is actually doing a live show on the 27th. They're gonna be doing like a. Do you care? Oh, extremely. I care for backward compatibility. Only if you have PS Now. Yeah, that's right. My three is Fable, the new Perfect Dark, and the new Splinter Cell. They're not making, but I keep. Yeah, exactly, dude. If they would just remake the first three Splinter Cell games with today's visuals and like update them and add some stuff to them, that would be enough for me. I'd even pay the $60 each game. You could play them all in developer mode. Yeah. um, Emery, the reason I bought my Series S day or Series X day one was because of backwards compatibility. So yeah. And the biggest reason for that was the Settle Corsa Competizione. I wanted 4K 60 frames a second, and I got it. How's gameplay in dev mode? Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, yeah, I do think sports games should be like a single game and then update the rosters and stuff like that. But a lot of the time those games come with actual freaking visual upgrades and stuff too. So I don't know how I'm feeling about that. Xbox it is. Yeah, dude, I would definitely buy the Xbox. You're definitely going to get more bang for your buck right out of the gate. Download Game Pass, and like so many games have gotten free upgrades that it's not even funny, man. Like I've got over 50 games that are Xbox Series X and S enhanced. I have like 29 PlayStation 5 games, and then half of those are games that I already own on Xbox. I just bought them so that I could see for myself the PlayStation running better than the Xbox, and that's just not the case, man. All of those games have been patched, and they either run just as good or better on the Xbox Series X now. So I don't know. I don't hate. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I am more disappointed with PlayStation right now out of the gate than any other PlayStation generation that I've ever had, dude. Like PlayStation 4 was like the pinnacle for me. Like I was so excited about that damn system that like you don't even know. Like I was so happy with that, and I completely wasn't even gonna buy an Xbox last generation until Forza Horizon 3 Blizzard Mountain launched, and then I was like, "Yep, I gotta have one." Yeah, you could still do that, but you're gonna have to buy you're gonna have to buy like 3 years of gold off of Amazon, like codes or something, and then when you upgrade, they will convert that to 3 years of Ultimate Game Pass. Yes, they are still doing that. Yeah, I do like Souls games. I do like them. It takes me a lot longer to beat them, but I do like them. I don't know if PS3 emulation will work that well. I mean, it possibly could. So you can never really do that. You could switch 3 years gold Game Pass Ultimate for $1. Yeah, yeah, you could still do that. That's pretty cool. They let you do it once per once per whatchamacallit. Um to be fair, I haven't done PlayStation 3 myself, but it sure would work. Yeah, I think the Xbox Series X has enough power, compute power, to be able to do that. And I think it would possibly work. I definitely think it might work. You can play Switch games, but you can't have any of the features of the controller. Oh yeah, you won't be able to do any of the haptics or anything like that with them. Probably. Let's see if there's any more exciting news. I guess we get the Black Panther update in 4 days on Avengers. Like, if anybody still cares about that game, like I really don't care about it. Um, Honestly, if they put it on Game Pass, it would probably be better for them in the long run to increase the player base. But yeah, I don't know. There's a couple of new mission types and I guess Man-Eater's getting an update. That's pretty cool. I do like that game. So apparently, Digital Foundry took apart an Xbox Series S today and revealed what we already all knew. It's an amazing console for $300. Oh my gosh! How to run old games for older systems. Dude, I wonder if I could download that app and then play this. Need for Speed Underground. I would love to see if that. I would love to see that game get like a free 4K upgrade. If they do a GTA Trilogy remake, dude, I really want them to have it. No, it won't work. It says it's not supported. So that really sucks, man. I tried putting it in there and it won't work. It does not. It doesn't recognize the media. How's Xbox controller compared to PS5? My friend told me it feels much cheaper. Okay, if you like shooters and racing games, then Xbox controller is on point. If you like Dark Souls type games, I recommend a PlayStation controller with those ones. No, I don't know. Like I played I played Sekiro Shadows Die Twice and a few others on the Xbox controller. You know, to be completely honest, I don't know. Yeah, the PlayStation 5 controller is definitely more like next gen when it comes to like the haptics and everything. But the Xbox controller, I don't know, man. I when I did my review of those two controllers, I did put the PlayStation 5 controller in front. But the Xbox controller is not that bad. Like just the base Xbox controller is not that bad. I've actually been using that a lot more than my Elite Series 2 controller, so I'm actually fine with it. Yeah, I agree with Cabbage. It is solid. I like the way this feels in my hand better than the PlayStation controller, to be completely honest. It feels more natural to play it. Yeah, I think it is $20. Like you see the PlayStation controller and the Xbox controller, it just I feel like the Xbox controller just fits in your hand better. But this is by far the best PlayStation controller ever made. Ever made. Like I love this one a lot more than any PlayStation controller ever made. Like it is pretty cool. Like don't get me wrong. Like I don't think the PlayStation 5 is a bad system by any means, but I do feel like your Xbox. I do feel like you're going to get more value out of the gate for Xbox, and you're going to be. I feel like buyer's remorse with PlayStation 5 would kick in a lot faster than the Xbox. To tell you the truth, if you bought an Xbox and you got Game Pass, you're definitely going to feel a lot less buyer's remorse because you'll always have something. But with PlayStation 5, honestly, guys, it's 9 months, and we're still waiting for that real first like next gen experience that's just going to blow everybody away. Only problem in my country is 500E. What's 500E mean? Maybe free in UK. I don't know. Oh, if you had a PC, I'd definitely get a PS5. You cover all your bases that way. Yeah, I mean, if you have a pretty strong PC, you don't really need an Xbox. You can buy an Xbox controller and play your 500 euros. So 500 euros, that's like closer to 600 American, right? Or like 550 or something. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, dude. My Xbox Series X definitely feels far more premium than PlayStation 5. That's for sure. Like the Xbox Series X feels premium. Um, I mean, yeah, the basic controller is pretty basic, but Xbox already had a pretty decent controller, man. Like their controller was already pretty good. Yeah, it was 450 for me at this to get a Series X. I think you'd be happy with a Series X. I think you. I honestly, I think you'd be happy with a PlayStation 5 too, though. It just if you bought a PlayStation 5 and you never bought a Series X, I'm pretty sure you'd be pretty satisfied with it. Yeah, I mean, and that true. Xbox does feel more like a complete system out of the gate. Just doesn't have it doesn't have any of that first party games. But I mean, let's be completely honest. Most people buy more third party games than they buy first party games on either console. You know, there's those two. Most people have two. Oh yeah, PlayStation. Yeah, the PlayStation 5 controller battery really does suck. The PlayStation, yeah, it does kind of suck, dude. My Xbox controller lasts a lot longer. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of battery killing stuff in the PlayStation 5 controller, that's for sure. Your battery goes pretty quick. Like if you sat there for 8 hours, I bet I bet the PS5 controller lasts you about 6 to 8 hours. Where the Xbox controller will at least last you, you know, with just AA batteries, it'll last you a couple days. If you buy the recharge kit, then those last a lot longer than the PlayStation battery, that's for sure. I don't know though, man. I'm a firm believer that you'd be happy either way you go. I mean, because you'd be buying a lot more third party games, so yeah, I think you'd be happy either way. I am type of idiot who will buy Ultimate Game and never finish main story, AC Valhalla, and that's why I like Xbox with Game Pass. Yeah, you haven't finished the main story of Valhalla. Yeah, dude, I finished that, dude. I'm well over 100 hours into that. Like most of that time is just running around, checking out the world. Like I like to. That's the main thing I like about Ubisoft games is exploring those big open worlds. Like I love that. That's like one of the things that I look forward to the most every time a new open world Ubisoft game comes out. Don't buy third party recharge kit. Don't buy third party recharge kit through the Xbox brand. One is way better. Oh yeah, that's the only ones I buy as an Xbox brand. It's just crazy to think that I'll never have to buy a first party Xbox game again. Oh yeah, dude, that is insane. Like I love that. And you get to try all the other games. If you're selling your PC, yeah, if you're selling your PC, definitely get an Xbox. Xbox is going to have, dude, Xbox is going to be the RPG system this generation for sure. I mean, PlayStation's been a pretty decent RPG system too, but mainly for Japanese RPGs. So if you're into that JRPG stuff, I'm moving to another country and to buy a new PC is not worth the money. Just don't move to California. They restrict what kind of PCs you can buy, man. I think this generation Xbox is going to prove to be a one hell of a freaking competitor. That's for sure. I don't know if they'll necessarily win this generation, and I don't really care if they do or expect them to. But they are definitely going to give PlayStation a run for their money this generation. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, Avowed, Starfield, not to mention if they let Obsidian and Bethesda do. Yeah, dude. What's up, Distinctive One? How you doing, my friend? Appreciate you coming back. I just can't believe it's been 6 months already since I've had my PlayStation 5, dude. And like, I'm still probably less than an hour. What's up, Insomniac? How are you doing? I just, if KFC gets serious about gaming, it's over. Yeah. Oh, dude, I would probably possibly buy that, to tell you the truth, so I could keep my chicken warm. I think Avowed's going to be a pretty good game. What's up, Shaq? How you doing, man? PS5. Did you get that pick I sent? I didn't. Don't want them to win. The loser always does more for the. That's true. I don't think they're going to win. I think that I don't know, man. It's going to definitely be a pretty good competition this generation for sure. I mean, I have been, like I said, I have been playing my PlayStation a lot more this week, and like I'm pretty satisfied with it for the most part. Like I just I really want. I'm gonna be playing it a lot more. I'm hoping that this because I'm gonna play that Iki Island on uh Ghost of Tsushima. I'm actually okay. I will check my PS5 messages. I'm actually going to I'm actually gonna try to just start a whole new game on that and play through it. See if I can actually do that. Because normally I can't really get it. I can't really do them, but I'm gonna try. I think it's a question of what is winning, like straight console sales or game sales anymore. Yeah, I don't even know, dude. I don't honestly, to tell you the truth, I do not know. I just know that there's going to be a lot of happy gamers this generation because both of these systems are going to be bringing their A game. They're definitely going to bring some A game in the next 4 years. Of course, we gotta wait. We gotta wait the 4 years for our true next gen games to finally start really coming to the front. Playing Ghost for the first time with the director's cut. Nice. I enjoyed it. I thought Ghost of Tsushima was is an extremely well crafted game, to tell you the truth. Like it's good. There's a lot of attention to detail. The world is phenomenal. Delay Station and PlayStation. The names for PlayStation because genuinely, I really feel both consoles have lots to offer. Yeah, to be honest, I've been saying it for a while now. This is definitely the generation to have both consoles. If you're especially now especially now that like Bethesda and everything is owned by Xbox, there's really no reason not to have both of them. Imagine being a oh yeah, dude, that would be freaking insane. To be a teenager right now, they're not competing for the same thing. Xbox is going to be successful in their services and subscription. Yeah, I do. I think these are both well built consoles this generation. They both have enough power to to definitely bring us experiences that we've never seen before. Now it just depends on if both of these if both of these console makers will actually embrace that and bring us grown up experiences. Stalker 2 being on UE5 game, I think I'm happy with that. I'm interested to see how that's going to turn out. I hear that UE5 is a system killer, so I'm cautiously optimistic to see how it turns out. That's for sure. Like I am definitely looking forward to it. Like I really liked Metro Exodus, and that's kind of what Stalker 2 reminds me of. Is like a Metro Exodus type game. So I'm really excited to check this out and see what it has to offer. like we should be getting. What do you guys think? You think we're? I always been getting my games used. I'm in no rush for the latest and greatest. Just be patient. Once devs come optimize UE5, we're gonna see. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for the new visuals that we're gonna get this generation. It seems like they always do, like the character models are better every generation, and then the worlds just get a little bit better. That's probably what makes me the most excited for this generation is the worlds are actually going to look good and the characters are going to look even better still. So that's probably where I'm at. Like the higher fidelity is what I'm most excited about this generation. Wish there was Game Pass when I was. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, replaying demos. Well, see, like when I was in my early 20s, I was a manager of Game Crazy, a video game store. So I mean, like I didn't really have like a lack of access to a lot of games during PlayStation 2 and Xbox One and early Xbox 360 generation. So I mean, that was kind of cool. But that was like my early 20s. But before that, oh yeah, Sony doesn't need UE5. Great for third-party devs and Xbox devs. Sony invested heavily in UE5, and pretty sure a couple of their studios are going to probably be using it. I mean, it's pretty good tech. I'm excited to see what UE5 does. Probably going to be a little while before we actually see. I'm kind of curious about what Bethesda's new. I mean, that Starfield trailer looked pretty good, but I'm kind of interested in what they've done to their new engine on that. Epic 200 million LL. Yeah. I thought it was 500 million. Hey Andy, how you doing, man? I do like Hades. I do like it. It's definitely on point. I do like the way it plays. It's definitely one of those games that's going to take me a little while to figure out. I've probably died 4 times already, but it's been pretty fun. Are you playing it already, Andy? Like I don't know. I like Death's Door too, but I still have not went back to that. Sadly, it's probably going to end up in my freaking. It's probably going to end up in my backlog. Hades, though, I'm going to play Hades this weekend. I'm going to play Assassin's Creed, and if I can, I like Hades, but it's not a game I'm going to play again and again. It was good to try out, kind of game. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna complete it. I rarely ever stick around for. I don't know. Like I do like it. I like the art style of that game. I like the combat. It feels pretty good. I didn't figure it out. Dead Cell. I do have Kenya pre-ordered, but not Deathloop. I'm not necessarily interested in Deathloop. Dead Cell. Didn't figure it out. Yeah, I don't necessarily think graphics determine next gen. I think that Microsoft Flight Simulator is more next gen right now than anything I've seen on the market. So yeah, I mean that's my thoughts. I did a video saying that I would die on that hill that Microsoft Flight Simulator is the first. Yeah, I don't know if what's Kenya. Kenya Bridge of Spirits. I do have that one pre-ordered. I do not have the other one though. I'm not really that interested in Deathloop. I don't know why, but I'm just not. Demon Souls is just great graphics. Could have been done on PS4. Look at the Red Dead. Oh yeah, I definitely think that they could have brought Demon Souls to PS4, and I think they still should until you fly too low. Yeah, I like to fly upside down low. It's pretty fun. What's the point of this game? Microsoft Flight Simulator looks great, and you are driving a plane. You basically can fly a plane across the whole world on a 1-to-1 scale. It is a simulator, but at the same time, like I bought that Eurofighter jet, and now it feels like a game. It's a really fun game. Oh, and that cartoon kind of magic game with the little a little bit kid like. I don't necessarily think it's kid like. I think it's Pixar, but I think it's going to be pretty good. Like I like that. I think it looks kind of cool. I could play Demon Souls. Amazon. Rogue type games seem trash. Hades, okay, I guess. Yeah, I like it. Is there any goal? You could set your own goal. Actually, just fly around. Technically, the goal is to learn how to fly a plane, like realistically, because it's a sim. But just going out there and flying around and seeing the world, that's kind of a goal. You can go look. Applaud you, Andrew. You're the only one in the bot community still hyping flight sim. What, nobody else likes flight sim anymore? I like flight sim. I think I find it really relaxing to play. I've been playing a lot of that over the last, since it came out. I'm not a freaking Xbot. I am an X. I'm only an Xbot on 3 days a week. Mr. 4K upscaler using a helicopter and flight simulator. Do you know how? I don't think helicopters have come to the console yet. They actually, I think somebody just put out the F-22 Raptor on the PC as well. So I mean, hopefully these planes start coming to the. It was a fake hype due to the lack of Xbox first party. No, I don't necessarily think that. I mean, I do think a lot of people got on there and hyped Flight Simulator that weren't necessarily in it just to hype it just because it's an Xbox game. But me, I genuinely like it enough to where I actually bought a copy because I'm going to play that game a lot. I mean, I could have just downloaded it on the Game Pass and be like, oh yeah, this game's freaking awesome and blah blah blah. But no, dude, I genuinely like the game, so I decided to buy it. I think we'll eventually get helicopters, Andy, but I just don't know if it's going to be. I don't know when, but I'm pretty sure we will get it eventually. I do think a lot of people in the Xbox community went out of their way to hype Flight Simulator and don't really care about it. Me, I do like it. Are you excited about new Silent Hill and Metal Gear game Abandoned as I? Yeah, I'm way excited for that. Dude, if it turns out to be a Hideo Kojima game, I will be pretty happy. Forza Horizon 5 is definitely, I pre-ordered the most expensive one you can get. Yeah, it's PC only right now, but I do believe they're going to be bringing that stuff. You don't have to like the game, but to deny how impressive it is. Yeah, that's basically the way I feel about it. Like my Microsoft Flight Simulator, I was able to find a way to enjoy it and love playing it. Some people, it's not going to be for some people. Like it's just not going to be for some people. And like for me, like I like big open world games. Like I like exploring and seeing new things. So yeah, dude, it's definitely fun to play for me. Have you tried to go to space? Yeah, I did. I can't do it. I got pretty freaking high up there, but it doesn't turn all spacey like I've seen in some of those. It's not like I've seen in some of those things. Ratchet ray tracing was more impressive. I mean, I don't know if I can. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, Ratchet does have ray tracing and super fast loading, but I don't know. To me, Flight Simulator is a little bit more impressive than Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank is definitely a pinnacle on visuals. Like, I'll give it that. Like, but I mean, the game took me 10 hours, and I have no desire to play it anymore. So I'm not going to sit and hype Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart when I'm going to put well over 100 hours into Flight Simulator, dude. I mean, I played Ratchet and Clank for 10 hours. I'm good with that. You know, I don't feel cheated out of my money, but at the same time, like, I wish it would have been longer. I wish the worlds would have been bigger. It's pretty easy to cram in a whole lot of really nice graphics at 30 frames a second with those little worlds, man. Like I'm not gonna hype Ratchet and Clank, dude. It just wasn't as super impressive. I was determining your quality. No, I mean, the visuals were great, but I mean, yeah, hours do have a lot. Yeah, dude, hours do determine quality, bro. I mean, 10 hours is freaking a little bit. I don't. Yeah, I'll stand by that. Like, 10 hours is not really, is bot logic. You can't tell me that you're that impressed with Ratchet and Clank that, like, oh man. I would hype Spider-Man. I would hype Spider-Man Miles Morales, and I mean, I would hold up Spider-Man, the remastered version of Spider-Man and Miles Morales, as more of like a because I can get a lot more hours of play out of those games, like a lot more. Like I've got a good 50 hours of Spider-Man, like I've played, between both those games, I've probably got a good 50 hours on them. Doesn't two pumps and squirt. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I think Miles Morales was definitely a pretty impressive game. You could tell it's definitely shackled to the PlayStation 4 world. Like I feel like they could have made the city a little bit bigger, but what Insomniac does with games is always impressive. Like I do like them, but you have a good night, Cabbage. I don't know, man. I can't. I couldn't, in good conscience, tell somebody, yeah, go spend $70 on Ratchet and Clank. Like, I couldn't do that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, if Flight Simulator was a racing game and you could drive all over the world, would that be different? Frog, have you looked at God of War comic book? I'm downloading now on my Pro. I have not. I do have Game Pass. I've had Game Pass basically since I got my Xbox One X. Oh, I think you expect a lot from Sony and less from Microsoft. Shaq, that might be true, man. That honestly might be true. Like I have low expectations for Microsoft because I've been a PlayStation guy for so long that, yeah, maybe I do. I do admit all the time that I have unrealistic expectations when it comes to PlayStation. Like I'm not gonna lie, dude. I do. Like I see them as, I see them as the pinnacle of gaming, and I expect that from them when they tell me that they're raising the price, to $70, and they'll let the games speak for themselves. Yeah, dude, I expect that. I do. I really do, and that's completely honest. I do expect more from PlayStation than Xbox. That's very true. Yes, I did finish Cyberpunk on the Xbox Series X, and it was a pretty decent experience playing through the main campaign. But if you start going off to like side quests and running around the city, it definitely started falling apart pretty quick. So yeah. Um, because so far they're offering far less than Xbox. Yeah. If Sony at least gets even with Xbox, I may pick up a PlayStation this gen. I mean, the games, I don't know, man. Like the games that have come out for PlayStation this generation, like, dude, there's just so many strikes right now. Okay, Shaq, like, think about it. Godfall was crap. That was a strike. Returnal for me was a strike because like I felt like it was overpriced and it didn't give me the experience that I wanted. So I mean that's two strikes right there. Miles Morales was good, but it was really short. Um, and then there was Ratchet and Clank was 10 hours. So I mean, even though like Miles Morales, Ratchet and Clank, the Spider-Man remaster, and then a couple of the other games were decent and stuff, like there's just more strikes so far with PlayStation, at the higher price, $70. Whereas on Game Pass, I can download these games, and if I don't like them, I don't have to buy them. And if I buy a game on Xbox and I'm like, yeah, I don't want this game, and I ask for a refund, I get it. So yeah, I guess you could say that like my experience with PlayStation so far hasn't necessarily been as good as I would have hoped. So yeah, dude, I'm not mad. Destruction All Stars is fine. It was $20, or you got it for free with PS Plus. I've actually played Destruction All Stars a little bit, and I don't think it's a terrible, terrible, terrible game, but it's just not something that I'm going to put a ton of hours into. Miles, Returnal, Ratchet, and Demon should all great. RE8 is 8 hours. It took me like 12 hours to get through Resident Evil 8. I know that going into Resident Evil games that they're going to be short too, but like, yeah, dude, I thought Resident Evil was good. So you're right. I mean, I guess I could see how that could be a little bit, what's it called? Hypocritical if I loved Resident Evil 8, but I didn't like Ratchet and Clank. But here's the thing, like Resident Evil 8 is more more of the type of game that I would buy. Whereas Ratchet and Clank is, a game targeting, like a teen population, or a younger generation. So at the end of the day, one of them gave me what I wanted, and the other one was just an experience. Sounds like Sony is so condescending about their position in the industry. I think they are sleeping under success of last generation. I do think they are sleeping a little bit, that's for sure. Love VR. Yeah, I like the VR on, dude. I love Beat Saber. Like Beat Saber is one hell of a game. That game that came with my PSVR, the Blood and Truth, that was pretty cool. I like that experience. Problem isn't that they are not good games. PS4 launched with Knack and Killzone, enough with fake outrage, best PlayStation launch. I'm not even freaking outraged, dude. That's funny, dude. Like, why does it have to be outraged? I'm not even outraged. I'm not even mad. Like, I'm for the most part, I'm pretty satisfied with my PlayStation 5, dude. I'm not outraged. And yeah, Killzone and freaking Knack, dude. I bought, what was it? My first was Need for Speed. Need for Speed Rivals, dude. and then I waited for and then I got Watch Dogs, and I got, that Dead Nation or whatever. Like, yeah, dude, like PlayStation 4 was just, I'm not even outraged. Oh my gosh. Haven't played an RE game in years. Returnal trash, Miles and RC, too short. I did play Cyberpunk on Series X. Miles Morales was DLC. They stretched into a full game. They didn't even, I can't say they stretched it into a full game because they didn't charge a full game price for it. PlayStation's better launch games made zero difference for me simply because I refuse to pay $70 for games. Yeah. Sony wins every generation. How can people say they are getting a big head? PlayStation is just great at what they do, and people hate it. I don't necessarily think that PlayStation's really doing much wrong. I just think that Xbox is saying a lot more right things right now. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this is going to be the best competition ever. We do want the best value, but we also want quality, man. I do want quality, and I do appreciate the quality of PlayStation games, but at the same time, like Xbox's games are not that freaking bad. Two boxes. Like it's good for people at the neck and neck competition. I do like the underdog has to do better. Um, I don't know, man. I kind of feel like the leader needs to do better to cement their freaking, their. Well, you are kind of right, Shaq, but Xbox is clearly doing better. They are doing better. And I mean, we could say like, so. I mean, like, if I was to say my favorite first party Xbox games would literally be Forza Horizon and Forza, and they have delivered on those. Not that bad. Well, every game that I would that my favorite games, yeah, dude, they're knocking it out of the park with Forza Horizon, and Forza 7 was pretty dang good too. Yeah, if Sony starts doing better, they may interest me enough to getting a PlayStation. I think they're gonna do good enough. Quality is included in value. Sometimes that is the case. I'll be the first to say that like not every single thing on Xbox Game Pass has been quality. I mean, like Dark Alliance, dude. Oh my freaking gosh, man! Can we all agree maybe PS5 was rushed out and their messaging not been brilliant this time? I don't necessarily think PlayStation 5 was rushed out. I think that I mean, like the what is it? The compatible SSDs didn't even launch until the PlayStation 5 launched, and there's been a lot more, and they've been testing them and stuff like that. So I can kind of understand the SSD thing to a certain extent, but 9 months, that's a little bit freaking hard to justify when they've had 9 months to test these things, and now we're beta testing them. But when it comes to like the games, like I understand them holding games back because they haven't sold as many PlayStation 5s to recoup that money. So like that is what it is. Oh yeah, of course they're gonna sell them either way. What is your top 5 games of 2021? Sounds like Xbox is offering a lot of their customers, whereas from Sony, I feel like there isn't that much communication and support. Top 5 games for 2021: Resident Evil 8, Scarlet Nexus, Ratchet and Clank would definitely be in there. Um, we're talking about games that I've already played, right? Um, F1 2021 and oh boy, I'd probably have to turn my Xbox on. I've played so many. Xbox is beta testing their franchise game that was to yeah, that's true. I'm not going to deny that, man. Xbox is pretty much beta testing Halo that should have released. I get it, like I get it. But Shaq, if you really think about it, Halo is definitely a system seller, but so is God of War, Gran Turismo 7, and Horizon Forbidden West, and all of those have been pushed to next year. I think this generation might be more of an exclusives competition. Yeah, dude, it's the same way. Top 5: Returnal, Ratchet, Final Fantasy, Yuffie, Guilty Gear, Ghost. Yeah, I mean, I've played Final Fantasy, Ratchet, and Returnal. I have not gotten Guilty Gear yet, and then the Ghost of Tsushima director's cut. Yeah, it's definitely going to be pretty good. I'm allowed to have an opinion, man. Like, honestly, guys, though, if I would have been buying all of my third party games on my PlayStation 5, like I would be pretty happy with my PlayStation 5. Like, don't get me wrong, man. Like, I would be pretty happy with it. Will only be Forza, Halo, and Flight Sim. Yeah, you're right. Forza Horizon, system seller. Halo, system seller. And then what was the other one? Flight Sim? No, I don't really think Flight Sim's a system seller. That's for sure. But I think Forza Horizon 5 and Halo Infinite are definitely system seller games because they pretty much have been the face of Xbox for a long time. Whereas, I mean, Demon Souls possibly could be considered a system seller, but that was last year. So there's one for PlayStation, and then everything else, I don't see anything else except for possibly Ratchet and Clank being a system seller, dude. Not going to 5-star hotel every night, every third-party game, $70. Yeah. Along with a bunch of timed exclusives, Sony used timed exclusives. Bethesda games can change competition. Yeah, that's definitely true. I mean, nobody in here hates PlayStation, Shaq. Nobody. I like my PlayStation 5, dude. Add a cent, score and shredder in 12 minutes. I don't think those are. I don't know if because you can get Miles Morales on PlayStation 4, dude. So I don't. I mean, yeah, I guess you can. I guess you could possibly put Miles Morales, the complete edition with the old PlayStation, with the remastered Spider-Man. I'll give it that. Like that's definitely a game that would, possibly sell systems. But if you've already got a PlayStation 4, I think you would be just as content playing that game on PlayStation 4 and then just upgrading it when you get your PlayStation 5. Yeah, I mean, I know that PlayStation is just trying to be confident, but at the same time, sometimes they can seem a little cocky at the same time. So, I mean, you can look at the way their attitude is as both of those. Let's be real. If me or the other guy doesn't stay on your heels, you turn full bot. Never go full bot. No, I'm not gonna go. Like, I'm not gonna go full bot. I've already told you, Shaq. Like, seriously, like Ghost of Tsushima's director's cut is gonna come out, and I'm probably gonna go full bot over that. Death Stranding is gonna go the director's cut. I'm probably gonna go full PS pony over that as well, man. Like it just depends. Like, there's nothing on PlayStation 5 right now that's made me go full bot over it yet. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the thing right now. Like, honestly, guys, I am so content with free upgrades and getting games that I already have upgraded, like that I'll be okay until we actually start getting next gen games. I am full bot over, Microsoft Flight Simulator because I think that game is freaking truly impressive. Like, I'm really impressed with just how damn good that game is. Adding $10 to Game Zero Communicate Zero support for PS Now. As a consumer, you pick and choose what you like. Sometimes things can flop, as with everything in life. Now, if there's stocks invested in these companies, that's a whole different story. Yeah, definitely. If I was to pick something for Game of the Year last year, like Ghost of Tsushima would be freaking pretty up there, man. Like, I love that game. Like, I enjoyed my whole playthrough with that. Like, I'm probably like my playthrough time on that's like 50 something hours, like 56 hours or whatever. The only other games that I play that much are like Assassin's Creed. I mean, granted, I could probably play Ghost of Tsushima a lot more than I have, but I bought it on PlayStation 4 Pro. I beat the game, and then I traded in my PlayStation 4 Pro like 4 months before I got my PlayStation 5. Yeah, exactly. Neither one of them have released a system seller. PS5 is running a momentum from. I, I mean, yeah, I don't necessarily think that every one of these games. I don't know, man. Like, ah, I do think the flight simulator shit's impressive, man. I'm sorry. I had only Xbox last gen. Chat, worst console ever as far as exclusives. Love my 360 though. Microsoft got to get back to that level. I mean, if you really look at it, what made like the 360 great, and what made like the original Xbox and PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 4 great was the games, man. The systems themselves. Like, who the hell could actually argue that the PlayStation 4 Pro was better than the Xbox One X? Like, that's just not, like, console wise, like, no, that's just not the case. When it comes to games, though, yeah, there was a lot more impressive games on PlayStation 4 than there was, first party games than the Xbox. But I would still say that Gears 5 and Gears 4 were actually pretty impressive once they got onto the Xbox One X. Every single PlayStation. Oh, delusional grandeur. I think you're going to be pretty happy with your PlayStation 5 when you get it. Like, you will be happy. Except the mediocrity is how you get Sea of Thieves, and I don't necessarily care about the Metacritic scores, Shaq. Sometimes I do, but I normally don't care about that crap. Xbox, yeah. The way the controller interacts with it is different than my PS4. Yeah. Once you get into the PlayStation 5 and you start learning, all the new stuff and playing around with it, it's not a bad console by any means. Like, the PlayStation 5 is fine. Like, it's fine. It's a decent system. Like, it's pretty powerful, man. It looks pretty damn good. It's just, the selection of games. I think I'm most disappointed about everything getting freaking pushed back, dude. That really kind of sucks, man. It's irritating. Imagine going off Metacritic scores. I don't know, man. There's been some games that like have come out with like Returnal, man. Like, a lot of people say that game is great, but me personally, I just am not that freaking into Returnal, man. I don't like the character. I don't like the protagonist. And then the rest of the game is like, I'm just not a live service type guy. And outside of the RPGs coming up for Xbox, that's all there is, live service. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think live service is going to be a big part of every game going forward, to tell you the truth. Even PlayStation games are probably going to turn live service. PlayStation needs to make money, man. They're going to make changes this generation that we never thought PlayStation was going to make. And just their games going to PC day and date is going to change a lot of things, man. On the PS5, when I do that, all different types of things happen. Yeah. Yeah, the PlayStation 5 is definitely, the UI is so, like, when I first started playing on my PS5, like the UI just like things that were on the PlayStation 4 just didn't work anymore, and I'm like, what the freaking heck, man? Like, it's like they started over. Now we're gonna have to wait till the end of the generation for the PlayStation UI to finally be completely, good again. That's been every PlayStation, no. It's not for you. If it's not for you, then say it's not for you and state your opinion. Stop presenting your preferences as facts. For me, $70 is a deal breaker. I'm just not a fan of it. I do like Sony exclusives. You're right, though. A lot of them are pretty much one and done for me, though. But that's pretty much a lot of games for me. Sony will do multiplayer, but they know their core fan base loves single player greatness, 4K UI, 1080p, last gen UI. Yeah, I mean that's definitely true. You know, I mean the PlayStation 5 UI, I have come to appreciate it more, but at the same time, like the Xbox UI, like I don't really care if the UI is 4K. I care more about it being, you know, a seamless experience than I care about it being like 4K. Racing games are the best delusional of grandeur. You should just get yourself a racing wheel set up, man, and that will change everything. Huh. Especially playing Forza Horizon 5 with a racing wheel. I'm actually kind of irritated, dude, because I possibly, to be able to play Gran Turismo 7 with a sim rig, I might actually have to buy a whole new freaking sim rig, dude. Going from my One X to Series, I could not tell which UI was next gen. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same UI. Like I don't really think anything changed. They released a new UI and everything was basically the same. Like me personally, I was kind of okay with that. To tell you the truth, I really was. How much is a racing wheel? Oh gosh, dude, like $350, and that's for a decent, you know, mid-level entry or whatever. I use the TX right now, and I'm completely satisfied with that. Sony can't make a multiplayer game to save their lives these days. They keep flopping. Yeah. Not that much of a hater. So wait, you like GT? You like GT more than the other one, or Forza? Yeah. But you know what, Hamid, it completely changes the experience. Like it goes from like feeling like you're playing a game to actually feeling like you're getting better at racing. You know, when GT Sport and Forza Horizon 7 came out, I was more of a fan of Forza 7, like visual wise, but GT Sport, like I like the driving in that one a lot better than Forza 7. But yeah, at the end of the day, like I think I think it's a wash on both of those, to tell you the truth. I think they're both equivalent, like they're equal or whatever, in my opinion. Okay, the Xbox UA was the same. I wish just wish it was 4K. They probably kept 1080p to save cost. Yeah, dude, it makes the system a lot more snappy, to tell you the truth. I wish they would give us a an option though to have it 1080p or 4K. That would be, I think that would make a lot of people happier. Nah, I'm good. Just the thing you use my cars and get guns. Oh my gosh. Oh, dude, I like driving, man. I like every Sunday morning, I just like to get up, jump in my sim rig, and turn on one of my track racers, dude, and just do laps, man, to improve my just to improve my skill, man. It's fun. It's relaxing, man. I'm a grandpa. I'm an old man, dude. I like to do like relaxing stuff. I mean, I granted that I have been doing a lot more playing on Flight Simulator, and now that I've got that Thrustmaster thing, dude, like Flight Simulator is even better. A lot of my flying games are better now. Uncharted multiplayer is alive. Killzone's still alive. Fall Guys still alive. Gran Turismo still alive. Yeah. Third part multiplayer is better than Sony and Microsoft. You know, me personally with PlayStation, like the whole reason I like PlayStation is for the single player experience, man. So, I mean, I'm not gonna lie that Xbox's multiplayer system feels a lot better than PlayStation, but like I don't know. I can't necessarily really attest to that anymore because I don't really ever play PlayStation games online, man. I pay for PS Plus, but I don't ever really use it. Unless one of my games or like, the Division or something require it, like a live service games. The series is good. They use familiar hardware. That's why you don't have backwards compatibility. Oh yeah, I definitely think the backward compatibility on the PlayStation or on the Series X is definitely a lot higher quality than the PlayStation 5. I don't care what resolution as long as it works. Yeah. I think that they should still give people a choice to see if they want if they would like to have it in 4K or 1080p or even 1440p. I could argue that Xbox multiplayer is better than third party. See, I don't normally play. Dude, if PlayStation 5 would invest more in like the multiplayer aspect of that console, like, dude, PlayStation could be even greater than it already is, man. Like, I don't deny that PlayStation is great. Like, I've got 5 generations of PlayStation under my belt, and like I've never been left wanting except for right now, man. Like right now, I feel like I'm left wanting. Last generation on the PlayStation 4, yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. That console generation started off slow. There was no backward compatibility with PlayStation 3, so it probably did. I feel like last generation PlayStation was like the hardest thing I'd ever done because I didn't buy an Xbox right when they first came out. Apex, literally anything Xbox multiplayer game. I don't see me personally. I don't really like Apex. I'm not a big fan of it. I think both systems are great now, honestly. I think they're great. I can't stand. Yeah, dude, I can't. I have no desire to play Battle Royale. That's me too, delusional. I'm not a Battle Royale guy, dude. My daughter loves freaking Fortnite, and that's good enough for me. She can play Fortnite with all the rest of the people. I'm not doing it. Oh man, the only Sony games I even consider a must buy is God of War. Yeah, I never really played the double NCAA football games on the Sony though. What 989 Studios, right? That's like PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. I don't know if that carried over to PlayStation 3. I don't remember. But I do remember 989 Studios. Oh my gosh. Dang, my back has been freaking hurting all dang week since Friday of last week. Oh, someone's never played Gears 5 PvP. I have a little bit. Gosh dang, man. I'm actually tired tonight. It's only 7:30. I'm hearing all this hype around Hades. What do you think about Hades? Would you recommend it? Yeah, I would definitely recommend downloading it on Game Pass and playing it. I don't know if I would necessarily buy it. I don't think I'm gonna buy it, to tell you the truth. I'm just gonna play it on Game Pass. Um, I've been trying to get freaking that Art of Rally working all day, dude, and it's just I can't get into the game, man. It's kind of depressing. Hades is Jared, are you playing on PlayStation though? If you're playing on PlayStation, I think you have to buy it, and it's like $30. But if you have a PC and you can download it on PC on Game Pass, well, shit, I don't know. If you have a Game Pass subscription already, yeah, download it and play it. I don't know if I would. Yeah, dude, me personally, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm just gonna play it on Game Pass. Xbox until the bangers release. Hellblade 2, Star. You know, guys, honestly, I don't even know if Hellblade 2 is gonna be a freaking banger. To be completely honest. I mean, if it's like the first game, yeah, it's gonna be a great playthrough once, but not for playing more than once. Starfield, Fable's going to be good. I have faith that Fable's going to be pretty damn good. Starfield, I think Starfield. Here, don't buy Hades. Give it a spin. Leave it at that. Yeah, Game Pass. Yeah, play it on Game Pass. Definitely. I don't necessarily think I'd buy it. Yeah, it's got rave reviews and everything, and it is a good game. Like it's pretty fun. I just don't. I don't see myself needing to own it. Though, I mean, I can just play it on Game Pass and play it as much as I want, and then I can just move on from it. The argument is that third-party multiplayer games are better than Microsoft first-party games. They are still running better on Series X. Sony games I'd want back, Twisted Metal, Parasite Eve for sure. Parasite Eve, a new one, or even remakes would be fine with me. Legend of Dragoon, yes. Ark the Lad. I mean, that was pretty good too. Ooh. It was great. UI sucks though, and some controller with batteries. Oh, yeah, dude, I kind of wish Xbox would put a rechargeable in there. The same one. If Xbox would start putting the same battery they have in the Elite controller, it would be fine. Like, it would be great. Sony game. Yeah, Twisted Metal needs to come back. Yeah. Shell, no matter what batteries you put in it, it's going to give you that same lifespan. You have options with battery packs. Yeah. When a PlayStation controller battery dies, it's done, dude. You got to buy a new controller. Rechargeable batteries for $20. Give it to yeah. Yes, Legend of Dragoon definitely needs a freaking Final Fantasy VII remake. I am completely on board with that. With a PlayStation controller, the battery is built in, which means you have to buy. Yeah. Better on Xbox than PS5. I thought both were 4K 60. I don't think is Apex upgraded to 4K 60, dude. I thought it was like 1440p 60. I never got the memo that was getting upgraded. Yeah, Warzone drops to 80 freaking frames a second on Xbox because it's running at 4K, man, with higher resolution textures. The old one, I like a lot. See, that's another big thing that gets everybody screwed up this generation too, is because Xbox games are usually running at higher resolution and PlayStation games are running at lower resolution, but sometimes they have better performance. I mean, I've got a VRR TV, so I don't really care if it drops to 58, I mean, or a little bit lower. As long as I don't get that awful screen tearing, I don't really care if the frames are consistent. As long as the resolution is. Yeah, frames for shooters. I kind of like resolution too on shooters though, Shaq, so I can see what the hell's going on farther away. The first shooter I played in 4K on the Xbox was Battlefield 1, and like to be able to see clear across the field and see the sniper scopes, dude, it was so freaking. That was so amazing for me. So that right there sold me on resolution pretty fast. Xbox runs better resolution, but can't handle it without VR. Yeah, that's a fair assumption, So I mean, if you've got VRR, then that's a good thing, man. To be able to have higher resolution and still have a pretty stable game. That's good. I would prefer that over a steady frame rate and lower resolution, to tell you the truth. But it does kind of suck because you're gonna have to spend like $1,000 on a TV to get that. 120 on Xbox and 60 on PS5. I bought the Sony charging station for my controllers. I did too. But games only need 60 FPS. Yeah. I do like, see, that's another thing, dude. I do like the 60 FPS far more than 30 FPS now. I do. Like, that's kind of a must for me with open world games now. I'd rather have the 60 FPS and decent visuals. Ooh, man. I need an idea for another video, guys. I don't want to know. I don't want to do another Xbox versus PlayStation freaking video. I need to find some new material. So 1800 for great resolution and frames on the series. 1800p, yeah, 1800p holds up pretty good. 1440p is decent, but I mean, at the end of the day, 1800p is definitely better. Selling out of stores around me, yeah. Definitely looks great. Dude, if you guys have ever played like Wreckfest, I have it on PS5 and the Xbox. On the PlayStation 5, like right when you get into that first accident, the screen tearing is so freaking terrible. It's not even funny. Oh yeah, $1,800 for a console TV just not to drop frames. Yeah, I agree, man. That's pretty terrible, man. You said it was your top 5, and look how it's running. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely slowdown in Returnal, and like at 1080p upscaled, that kind of sucks, man. 360p difference from 4K. What an unforgivable difference, LOL. 360p? What dropped to 360p? Wait, what are we talking about? Optimized on PS5 and can't get 4K 60. Because I don't know. I don't necessarily think that's the case. I think that they can do that now, because look at both Sniper Elite 4 and Returnal. Returnal is 4K 60. Dude, you could see the 1080p all over that game. That was the first thing I saw when I turned it on. I was so disappointed at just how fuzzy that game looked. But I was like, wow, man. And these aren't even like super high quality textures. I was stunned, honestly. To tell you the truth, after playing Miles Morales and then playing freaking Returnal, after playing Demon Souls and Miles Morales and then seeing Returnal, I was like, what the hell? Like, I was pretty freaking disappointed. Hellblade's 30 FPS with ray tracing on 12 teraflops. Yeah, that's true. Ray tracing is clearly expensive, dude. So I'd prefer no ray tracing and just better screen space reflections, dude. I don't really care about the damn ray tracing that much. Talking about things being 1800p, my bad. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Yeah, I don't necessarily. In my review of Returnal, I thought the game was definitely worth $50, and I just felt that it was, unbalanced when I first played it. Yeah, I know it came from an indie dev, Shaq. Like, I get that, but they sold it to me as a, as a first party Sony high quality game, and that just wasn't the case, man. If it would have been $50, I wouldn't have complained as much. I wouldn't have been upset about that. I'd have been pretty happy. I mean, I don't think it looks freaking completely terrible. I'm just saying that, like, that's definitely not a Sony first party quality game, and that's just kind of one of those things that made me feel like, wow, dude, is Sony just pulling a fast one on us this time, you know? Yeah, ray tracing is pretty taxing, and I would just prefer better screen space reflections than to have to play the games at 30 frames a second for ray tracing. Like I don't care for ray tracing that much. Still better than Return a Bullet. Yeah, exactly. That was a AAA price, and it was not a AAA experience. I don't know. Some people freaking love Returnal. Some people freaking feel the same way I do about it, and that's sad because it could have been a great game, you know. Older indie game, and you get 3 options of how you want to play. I'm not even gonna lie, guys. Like, I am not exactly like head over heels on the Hellblade upgrade. Like, I'm not as impressed with that as I am with, you know, something like a Plague's Tale. Was enough to get bought by Sony. Did you beat? No, I did not beat it. I finally have enough storage on my PlayStation 5 to actually put it back on there and try to play it. So I probably will, you know, if you don't like Returnal, you won't like Hades. Stick to easy mode bots. Hades is a different type of game, like hack and slash. I do like Returnal. I just, you know, there was other stuff and I didn't have enough room on my PlayStation. But now that I got room on my PlayStation, I do plan on going back and playing it more. Free upgrade. Did you beat Returnal, Shaq? Yeah, dude, the hard part about Returnal is not a problem for me, dude. Like, I do not have a problem with that. Yeah, same Janir with the roguelike. I don't think Returnal was hard. I think it was unbalanced when I first played it. And now that it's all patched up, it feels a lot better. It's a lot more, it feels like a better experience now. When I get back from my vacation, I'm going to finish the Ascent and play Hades. It's like saying Halo and Doom are the same. They kind of are. They are the same. They're the exact same. Halo is Doom, and Doom is Halo. And I'm pretty sure we're going to get Doomslayer guns in Halo. And then the next Doom game, we're going to get Halo guns. And probably even cosmetics. We're going to be able to run around and Doom as Master Chief. No, I didn't beat it. Not enough time for full playthrough, but 60 hours in. Really fun. Returnal needs to release on Game Pass so it can be a success. I don't think Returnal's a bad game, guys. Like, I don't think it's a bad game. There's just things about it that, you know, I was like, But now that it's patched up and it's running a lot better, it's definitely a better experience. Different gameplay. I love Dark Souls. I'm fine with hard games. Yeah, exactly. I'm fine with hard games. They don't bug me. I like playing them. I just play them at my leisure. When I'm feeling like fucking punishing myself, I play those games. Oh. But I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream and, you know, probably take an old man nap or play some video games. Dude, if Returnal freaking is even in there, I'm going to be, I don't know if I'd necessarily can say that's a game of the year material. I mean, Ratchet and Clank would probably be better. Ratchet and Clank sold more copies. Oh. I don't even necessarily think Returnal's that hard anymore. Like it's a lot more balanced now. It doesn't feel as cheap as it did. Like it felt cheap before. I was like, what the freaking heck, man? And I'm not that bad at games, man. Like I just dude, that game felt so cheap. Yeah, if Sony doesn't have anything else come out this year, Ratchet and Clank is definitely the one I would freaking vote for. Being in a, I won't go full bot. I'm not a bot either way. It's the whole reason we do that. Returnal is not Game of the Year material. I don't know if it's necessarily not Game of the Year material, but I think that yeah, I don't know. Did Hades win Game of the Year? I don't know. No, it didn't win Game of the Year, but it definitely. I think I don't even think Returnal is going to be in that category. To tell you the truth, I don't know. Oh, you guys have a good night, man. I'm going to try to play some games. I'm feeling kind of tired today, so probably going to just wake up tomorrow and play some games. Yeah, I don't necessarily think the freaking IGN Game of the Year. Yeah, I don't necessarily think that freaking Last of Us 2 was Game of the Year, man. Godfall. Oh, man. Yeah, Godfall's another disappointment. But yeah. All right, my friends. I will see you guys tomorrow. Possibly. I'm going to try to play that freaking Assassin's Creed. See if I can get through that DLC. Yeah, no problem, man. You guys have a good night. Abandoned. Oh, we've been abandoned.